It's Jayce. It is actually Wednesday. I'm not really sure what happened with all the videos. I wasn't really sure what the topic was, and so that's why my video is happening today instead of yesterday. So I apologize for that. But yeah, it's Jayce. This week's topic is school and not testosterone. That was last week's topic. School and your name. So I guess you know how you chose your name, and the process in that, and then like how school is, I guess. Um, so when I first started realizing, that I was trans and whatever, I kind of just went online and started looking at like basically through baby names, like how you would with your own, like if you had a kid yourself. So basically started looking through baby names online, specifically ones that started with J. I kind of strayed off of that a little bit. I don't know. It seems like kind of in the trans community, the kind of Aiden variations are really popular, so I was kind of on that. But I was mostly looking for names that start with a J, because my birth name started with a J, and I just kind of wanted to keep that, and I went by J as a nickname, so I just thought it would be easier to get used to that. So I just went online. I was looking through names. Some of the names that I went through were like Jaden, Jalen. I don't know. I was looking, for more unique names, not like simple names. The only two that can come to my head right now are Jaden and Jalen. I actually decided on Jaden for a little while. I went by Jaden, and then I decided to go by Jayce, and that one stuck. So I started going by Jayce, writing Jayce on my papers and whatever, and people would start pronouncing it JC, and I don't know if that was because they actually think it's pronounced like that, or if it was because they were looking at me and perceived me as male, so they were like, oh maybe, or perceived me as female, so they're like, oh maybe it's JC instead of Jayce or whatever. So I didn't like that, so when I legally got my name changed last February, I decided just to throw an N on the end. So like when people read my name, they can just be like Jason, and I can be like, I just go by Jayce or whatever. But now I kind of Jason, Jason doesn't really matter. I really could care less. So yeah, I mean that was that, and then middle name. I can't. I went through a couple middle names. I can't remember the first few that I went through, but I know I was going by Jaden Marcus Montgomery, and then I changed my first name to Jayce. I still kept Marcus as my middle name. I don't know, it just seemed to flow, and I don't know, it seemed to fit well with, who I was. So that was that. So got all of that legally changed, and so it's all been good from there. Are you waiting for me? Oh yeah, you can go. I'm not gonna be. Yeah. That was my roommate. So in terms of school, again, as I said before, I didn't really come out in school, especially because it was high school, and high school is like the worst time to come out. We all know that. So I didn't come out in high school, and so I just continued to go by the name Jay. But I actually did, towards the end of my senior year, start to go by Jayce, and people kind of caught on to that a little bit, but I wasn't really enforcing it, so it wasn't like significant or anything. So, and then, so school in terms of being trans, again, I wasn't out, so I didn't really experience that in high school. When I got to college, I still went by the name Jay, and because I decided I was planning on not coming out. So I was just going by Jay, and then I got really depressed, blah, 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 and I decided I was gonna, start coming out the following year, so this year. So I basically changed my name on Facebook to Jayce Marcus, blah, 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 and started going by that. And I've really had no problems with people using the wrong name. Some people still call me Jay, and I just kind of, give them a reminder that I don't really go by that anymore. I just go by Jayce or Jason, and they're pretty chill with that. So, and then so in terms of school, like I've said this like a couple of times. I think everything's great. Roommates are great. I've had absolutely no negativity. Never would have thought that coming to school since it's such a conservative Christian college. Um, but so far I've had no negativity at all, and it's been great. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure if there's anything else I should cover in terms of school. I mean, I guess I've had a lot of administration come up to me and talk to me and really want to hear my personal story. Yesterday I talked to my AC, which is my area coordinator, and told her, my story. And that's just really nice to have that other level of support and just have, like, just to know that people are at least caring enough to want to hear my story, even though they may not completely agree with my life decisions. It's more the people I can't deal with are the people that are so close-minded that they don't even take the time to get to know me as a person and just shut me off. Because, like, I understand that we all have different views, and I get that, and you're not always going to agree, but if you are genuine and you can be a person to another person, I think that's what matters the most. Um, so yeah, if you don't agree with me or you don't agree with what I'm saying, I mean, we're not going to be best of friends, but if you are respectful and you listen to my story and you come from an understanding point of view and you are supportive, like, we're fine. I could really have no problem with you. It just bugs me when people kind of just blow you off without really getting to know you. So, yeah, everything's been great. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys next Tuesday.